I've been doing some research, right, because I'm a reasonable guy. So since my last videos of me saying Arteta out, I've done some research into Sesko and Gyokeres, looking at the type of goals that they score and their attributes and stuff. But I'm sorry, there is no persuading me that Sesko is a better fit than Gyokeres. Yes, there are things that Sesko is better at. There are attributes that Sesko has that Gyokeres does not have. For example, the height. We all know Arteta loves really tall players, a physical presence, an aerial threat. But aside from that, he's also definitely the more skillful player, I'd say. Sesko is the more skillful player. But with Gyokeres, he is so clinical. And I know people criticise him because most of his goals are penalties and tap-ins. And first of all, it's not his fault that his team gets a lot of penalties and that he's the penalty taker. That's just how it is. And for the tap-ins, I don't even, what are you moaning at him for? For scoring goals? It don't matter how close to the goal he is, he's not exactly going to just not put it in, is he? He's also got an insane range of finishes. Edge of the box, he'll put it top corner. Surrounded by 4 defenders, he'll find space to get the shot off. Gyokeres can literally create a goal out of pretty much nothing. That is what we need at Arsenal. That is exactly the type of player that we've been crying out for. To get a goal from nothing. You don't have the space to shoot, but they make the space and get the shot off, and it goes in the back of the net. That is the kind of player that we need. Gyokeres is also amazing at making runs and running in behind and getting behind the defenders, creating space. And people always say, his running in behind wouldn't work because there's a lot of low blocks in the Prem. That is exactly what we need, a player with those kind of qualities to make those kind of runs, to break these low blocks. Like I said, Sesko is much more of an aerial threat. He's definitely a more physical presence, which we know Arteta likes that. But what are we going to do? Just spam crosses into the box and hope that he can finish all of them? I just think Gyokeres is the all-round better footballer. Plus the better numbers, plus the more experience, plus he's entering his prime age. Look, I can see why people want Sesko over Gyokeres, but I've heard some people saying he's not even the best striker at Leipzig. That Openda is apparently meant to be a lot better than him. I don't watch much Bundesliga, I'll admit that. That's why I've had to go do some research. But yeah, I'm not convinced by Sesko. Anyway, as always, let me know in the comments what you think of this debate. Sesko or Gyokeres?